Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing great. Today is feeding day and I show you my feeding routine. Let's go! So now the first thing I do when I have my rodents is obviously I put them in water. So the water needs to be hot but not boiling water. So sorry if you have the things from the light. So I don't want it to I don't want cold water. I don't want it to boil, but first I wanted it a bit warm, so it's like defreezing, and then I put at the temperature I need to offer to the snakes. So this is the first part. Oh, and before I forget, I let the rodents defreezing for 45 minutes and then I go for warmer water to put them in, so the snakes have their meal quite hot because they need it. So the next thing I do when it's feeding day is I take them out of their hide. So here is Ishiki. I take him out of the hide, which is a bit difficult here with one hand, and then I go directly. So the fact is, when I take the babies, so Ishiki and Kaguya out, you will see what happens. So it's the same for everyone. So the thing is, I put him in the bin so I can weigh him and I can have a quite accurate weight. So here it is, so 342 grams. And then what happens is that I put him in his box. Yes, I'm feeding outside the enclosure. A video will come out explaining why and how. So I put him in the box, and then here we go. He goes here with the lights, and I do pretty the same thing for Kaguya. And there's a little slight difference for Garriga and Aoda, which is not eating today. I will explain that in a video later. So now the thing is, what's the difference between Ishiki and Kaguya and Garriga? And Garriga and Aoda? Well, first, they are bigger. I have them for a longer period of time. And also something else is that I let them free roam. I will talk about it later. Oh, here we are, baby number 3. Same thing, if it wants to work. Same thing in the bin if it works. Don't move. Don't move. He had a slight giant meal for him last week. So he took a bit of weight, of course, but that's nothing. I do the same for Aoda, but I won't film you because it's always the same. I take it, I put it away on the bin, and then I put it on the table. Well, Aoda, I will put it right back in the enclosure, but that's something else. Let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way.
So this is full clean. This is full clean. I'm super happy. And the next step is actually a daily step: humidifying. I don't humidify everything in the enclosure. What I do is, and I will show you that, what I humidify is What I humidify is the sphagnum moss. So only the sphagnum moss here, like this. All the sphagnum moss, a bit the hides, if it wants to stop, whatever. Here, so the wood stuff here, if it wants to stop, please. And then I will show you a trick that I have. So So the enclosure is actually drier than what you think. And I have some sphagnums here. I have the same there, so I will show you there, that's better. So, sorry guys, I have to light everything. The babies are there, that's why I say it. So I open it like this, and you don't see the sphagnums directly because, well, they are on it, but this is all here. I have a little bit of sphagnums here. So you have the hide, the old hide, and you have a corner with sphagnums here. And what I do weekly, because I tried it and I think weekly it works better. Weekly, I humidify it and it stays humid enough for a week in the hide. So if they need a humid hide, they have it here. So if you watch close enough here, you will see sphagnums here, sphagnums there, a bit everywhere. That's when they walk, actually. So what I do is the same here. Everything like this, and then on the edge, if you can see it, I humidify a bit more inside of the sphagnum so it stay a bit more humid, because as you can see the ceramic heat emitter is just there. So it's something I did, it's something I wanted. So the humidity that's here with the heat, and then you have more humidity. So same, hides a bit here, a bit over on it, and that's it. So that's the daily move I make every single day to have a humid enough enclosure. So I have a more humid enclosure than I had before, but even with that it's not humid enough. So what I do, I humidify the sphagnum mass, and that's how it works, and that's how I don't have any problem. So that's it. So now I will talk about something I wouldn't recommend doing it. I do it personally because it works that way with me, but is that I let Garaga here, if you can see him, free roaming for the time that the frozen are defreezing and at temperature, to wait that they are at temperature, then he goes in his box and blah blah blah. That's how I do weekly. So they have weekly meals. I know people will say ball pythons doesn't need weekly meals. They need once every 2 weeks, once a month, once every 2 months sometimes. Don't worry, Auda is on a diet. I don't know why, but she's on a diet, and no, well. So Ishiki and Kage are right there at my left, so you're right, and Ishiki and Garaga is right here. So he's free roaming with me here, and I let him do. And unless I see it's stressing him out, I will let him do that way because it works. Actually, what I want to do is the same with him, but with Kaguya and Ishiki, but they had some problems eating. Because I want to be sure that for more than a year they are eating well, which is not the case, because it's 10 months I think they are eating well. So I'm waiting 2-3 months more before trying something new. So that's it. So I give them weekly meals, rats for him that are normally between 32 and 46 grams for Garaga, and 2 mice that are 10 to 12 grams to the babies. The babies are just between 2 sizes, so I'm a bit afraid it's a bit too much to give them the same size as Garaga, but it's not enough for their size to give them 10-12 grams mice. So I give them 2. I know it's better to have 1 big than 2 smaller, but that's the best way I have to I have as a compromise to have it. So when they will be at size, I will give them the same size as him. And then here we go. So that's how I do now for almost 2 years, so almost 2 years now, 2021. 2 years with Aoda, Gerega, and then Ishiki and Kaguya. I do it slightly different, but that's the same. With the corn snake, I did that way, not at the beginning, but I did it with time. I did it that way. So that's pretty it. We'll see us in 30 minutes, guys. So guys, the rest of the video will be made in the dark. Well, not in the dark, but in a slightly more romantic way, with a slightly less light, because I feed my snakes in almost that type of environment. So don't worry, they are desensitized. Well, Gerega is desensitized, which is why they have towels. They are desensitized to moving around. They trust me enough, and I worked for that. They are feeling great. So here it is. Why I put everyone there and not there. I could, but it's easier for me doing it that way, because normally I have two boxes here, so Gerega and Aoda, but she's not eating. And I put them there, so I keep them warm there. So I won't show you the feeding stuff, even though it would be boring, and I don't want to bore everyone to get bored about something you see every week or every 2 weeks when you feed your snake. But I will show you after it. So guys, that's it. So it just took it, so I won't disturb him a lot. So you see it, he's eating. I put the top back on it, and here we are. For the others, I don't know if you see him, but he's eating now. He's a total mess with the eating. And here is her, she's eating as well. So that's not the end, because I have to do something else, but whatever. Then I have to give the 2 babies to other small mice. But if you want, I put the link in the description about a group, Brickley's Pets, Exotic Pets. I don't remember the name of the group because it's a long name, but it's a super top group. I really like it. I put the link in the description about it. If you want, go in it. It's a super group, only love and positivity. Let's go on it. So the babies just took their second meals, as you can see here and there. And something that was crazy to me is that I struggled to give them their first meal here at home, but since then they are crazy eaters, guys. You can't even imagine. Sometimes I think I have wild Retex here or king snakes here, because that's crazy, guys, how fast and how, that's crazy how much you're eating. I have just the last step to show you, and then we are done. Okay guys, so the last step is specific to cohabiting snakes. When you cohab snakes, you feed them separately normally, which is why they were here in boxes. I prefer to do it that way, here in boxes. Then I do the thing I will show you in a second, and then I put them back in the enclosure and they do whatever they want. So I put them back with their head at the open thing, at the opening of the hide, and then they do whatever they want. Normally they don't go right in it. I don't know why, but generally what they do is they go in the hide at the opposite side where I took them, pick them back, put them back in the enclosure, which is not true today with Kaguya here, I think. but I will show you the thing I did. So here is the thing I use for humidifying. Here is Garaga. So normally when you feed separately, there is no problem. If you want to be sure there is no problem, what I do is here, and you have to do it gently. So as you could see, in the other thing in the enclosure, while humidifying, I was pumping here and I don't here. So what I do is I put water slightly, smoothly on him, on his head, on its tail, everywhere. So actually the smell of the rodents is gone. And then I go there, I open the enclosure. He's going by himself here, but I do it that way. And then let him go. Or sometimes when they don't want to go, I do it myself. So here he goes, back in his hide, smoothly and gently. And when he is gone, that's it. Oh yeah, and generally I turn the light off so it's night. So now it's even more romantic way to make the video, but I will show you here small babies. So as you can see, Ishiki is going right there and Kaguya is going at the opposite height, whatever. So now I clean everything and we are good to go. So that was my feeding routine. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. Don't forget to support USARC and all those organizations that are helping us, and I hope to see you on the next video, guys. Bye.